Today we will be discussing archetypes, what they are, and why that they're important. First of all, archetypes help us understand the structure, and they basically guide us through a story. As defined by Webster, archetypes are the original patterns or models of which all things of the same type are represented or copied. These three illustrations you see here represent films with pretty clearly defined archetypes. First, we'll be looking at the hero. This one's pretty easy. They're put in a sticky situation, and they'll often push forward despite the odds. They're often admired for their bravery, but questioned in the process because they do risky and sometimes dumb things. But let's be real, they almost always get the girl. Well, except in Mulan's case. But still, she's awesome. If we have a hero, we also have to have a villain. These people are also quite simple. They have a vengeful plot, and they're not normally who we root for. If you do, no judgment, but you may want to reconsider your major life choice of teaching. There are different types of villains: feminine, masculine, those with single causes and those with complicated causes. We also have a little sneakier villain, called the femme fatale. She's tempting to the hero and will ultimately cause their destruction if the hero chooses to fall into that temptation. While we're on females, let's discuss some typical female archetypes. First up, we have the girl next door. She's often smart, polite, a little shy sometimes, pretty but underdone, but ultimately the right choice for the main character, and it tends to end up with the guy at the end of the film or story. Second, we have the damsel in distress. While she often graces the Disney's and fairy tale screens, she's not always loved for her "help me, I'm a weak" projection. Given that, though, she does make the rescuer's job quite easy. Our final female is Velma the Geek. While she looks distressed here, that's not her archetype. Geeks are normally smart characters that are valued for their brains but sometimes underappreciated. People like Data, and also different cartoon characters like Dexter. We all remember that his laboratory never really seemed to work out the way that he wanted it to. Next, we have the older mentor. These guys are often our favorites. They're loving and wise, but are not the parents to the protagonist or the hero in the story. But they are essential to their development because they challenge and push them in unexpected ways. And last but not least, we have the thief with the golden heart. We know these guys are doing bad things, but they create an inner conflict due to their motives. They make us question our ethics, and we love their quirks. I mean, look at that smolder. That's a few archetypes for today, and now it's time for us to break down what we learned in our short stories.